Imagine only using ChatGPT in your business every day and thinking to yourself, I'm getting the best for my business. No. What I'm here to talk to you guys about is the next level. Meet Claude. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've been using ChatGPT in my business every day for roughly the past 2 years. And don't get me wrong, it has its use cases. But fuck, man, I want to show you guys something that can be actual value in your business. And the best part is, you can set this up yourself. Now, this isn't just another chat box. It can be, but you're better than that. If you want opinions and advice, it can totally do that, and leaps and bounds ahead of ChatGPT in my opinion. But I want to show you what this thing can actually do. So, long story short, we're ThinkCo. We're a customer relationship consultancy. And in essence, what that means is we turn traffic into customers, we set up automations to help onboard and manage those relationships, while workflows keep buyers coming back, so you can get to the day-to-day. Now, as riveting as that shit sounds, I want to talk to you guys about something that's actually interesting. I'm just another business owner in South Africa. I'm not some super technical, clued up developer guy. I'm more of a designer, if anything. But over the years, graphic design turned into web development, turned into search engine optimization and paid ads and CRMs, and that shit's boring. So let's get to the good stuff. Imagine you have a new employee and you walk that employee through a set of tasks exactly how you like it done. And they don't only get it right the first time, but they hit the nail on the head every goddamn time. Okay, I am making it sound a bit easier than it actually is. It's not complicated or anything like that, but it's not like walking an employee through a process once and they just know everything. It's an iterative process, which we'll get to. But we need to start with the fundamentals. We need to start from the ground up so that by the time we get to more complex topics like agents, skills, connections, we have a better understanding of what's actually holding the shit together. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've figured it all out because, well, that'd be straight garbaggio. It was literally 2 months ago that I fell down this rabbit hole that is Claude, Jake Van Cleef's interpretable context methodology, orchestration layers, persistence layers, safeguards, guardrails. I watched one of Jake's videos and it put me into a community of people that were just building things I didn't even have words for yet. Now, I know I threw a few buzzwords around, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through everything. I'm going to show you guys things that are obvious. They're not going to be obvious to you because they fucking weren't obvious to me, but apparently they're obvious, okay? So we're obviously going to go through those things. I've had to eat shit so that I can show you guys what not to do since 1995, baby. Okay, fuck, let's actually just get to the good stuff. Now, I'm going to show you 3 things Claude can do. And if you just use your imagination, it's going to set the scene for what we can achieve on a much larger scale. Firstly, everything you're going to see happens in an application called VS Code. Now I know, code is in the name, but don't worry, there'll be no coding here.
There will be no foolish wand-waving or silly incantations in this class.
This is essentially just a production window, right? You have your filing cabinet on the left-hand side, you have your desk or workspace in the middle, and you're going to have the fastest, smartest guy in your office on the right-hand side. All in one window. No need to switch tabs, copy, paste, get distracted. Pure production. So let me take a step back. In case the filing cabinet analogy didn't land, this is my file explorer. And in this directory, we can see a file with some folders. Now that's exactly what you can see here on the left-hand side in the filing cabinet portion of VS Code. So if I click one of these files, it opens up in my workspace or on my desk where I can essentially go and edit these files right here. I don't have to open another window and save. It's all right here in one workspace. And like I said, I can make changes, but even better, if I click this little icon in the top right-hand corner, there's the fastest, smartest guy in my office. And he's here to do exactly what you want. So like I said, all of this happens in one window, right? You just ask Claude what you wanted to do and watch him do it. So far we've looked at 2 things. Number 1, Claude has access and visibility over files and folders on your actual machine. This isn't like ChatGPT, where it sets up a virtual environment, where occasionally the two of you get to work on a document together. No. Claude can firstly see files and folders on your actual machine, but secondly, it can make changes to those files and folders according to what you require or what you want. Easy peasy. Now, okay, the last thing I want to show you is a little more complicated, but it's probably the most important. If I open this Think Collective YouTube folder, you're going to see two files, a Claude Markdown file and a context Markdown file. Now, a Markdown file is nothing you need to concern yourself with, and it's pretty simple. It's a plain text file that humans and LLMs can read, but LLMs, or learning language models, can interrogate and read these documents extremely quickly with extremely little token usage. So let me lay it down. Essentially, your Claude Markdown file is your orchestration layer. So imagine you hire a chef to cook for you. The Claude MD file is the recipe. It tells the chef what to do, in what order, and how to cook the dish. Step by step, right? Step 1, chop the onions. Step 2, heat the pan. It's just a process. Now, the context Markdown file. This is your dinner guest information. This tells the chef exactly who they're cooking for. Is the guest a vegetarian? Are they allergic to nuts? Do they like spicy food? Are they celebrating a birthday? Now, the recipe doesn't change depending on who's eating, but without knowing who the guest is, the chef might serve a steak to a vegetarian. So you need both. The recipe on how to cook and the guest info on what to cook and for who. Now, in your ICM folder structure, every service has a Claude Markdown file that runs the same process every time. But the context MD is what makes the process relevant to that specific customer, that specific goal, or that specific stage of the work. So essentially, the Claude Markdown file says, here's how to do the work. And the context Markdown file says, here's what you need to know in order to do it well. And that's today's video in a nutshell. I mean, we've looked at three things. Claude has access to files and folders on your actual PC. Claude can make changes to those files on your actual PC. But you have the option to set up multiple workspaces, right? Different contexts, different workflows, rule sets, guardrails for different projects, different customers. Just a fresh perspective every time. No cross-contamination, no confusion, just the context you need when you need it. So next week, I'm going to show you how to set up this VS Code thing and how to get Claude running in it. And from there,